Hello Internet, I'm from the Internet and my name's Mr. Matt, and this week we'll... Hello? No mate, I'm filming... Nah geezer, no, I'm filming an episode. What do you mean I'm holding the phone wrong? This week, we're looking at something that I don't quite get. The way that people talk into their mobile phones as if they're communicators out of Star Trek. You know what I mean, holding in front of your face with it on speaker and talking loudly into it. I thought at first it was a young person thing, you know, people younger than 30, but nope. I see people of all ages wandering around squawking into their little rectangles as if they're going into a new planet with a load of red shirts gleefully tallying up how many they'll lose this week. So, where has all this come from then? I have an idea. The Bloody Apprentice, where a gaggle of suits and haircuts are split into two teams, then those two teams are split into sub-teams, and then they all get bundled into the backs of taxis and told to shout at each other about who didn't get the best deal on some rare pickled eggs. Greg. So, because TV Land is TV Land and we the audience need to know who is talking at all times, and we need to get that back and forth chat shot from each taxi, the production crew will get them to have the one in the middle hold a phone on speaker, and then they all gather around it as if they're watching the dying embers of their wills to live slowly flicker in the middle of that taxi. We'll see one team chat into the phone, then we'll either get the reaction over the awful speaker from the phone, or we'll cut to the other taxi where the audio is better. Rinse, repeat, and then it's all done. I'm not going to blame The Apprentice completely. Other reality shows do this as well. They all love to make sure you know they're talking into the phone and that they're the centre of attention. However, if it isn't seeing the people on telly doing it, what else could it be? Since the rise of Bluetooth headsets, AirPods, brainwavers and other such things, it's become increasingly hard to tell who is on the phone and who is currently experiencing a bad acid trip on the bus. So talking like this might be a way of showing to others,
"No, I'm not arguing with a bad version of Henry VIII. I am in fact on a telephone call. Please leave me be and don't listen too closely. It's in relation to those tests I had the other week. You know, when I went to that club and I went home."
So, it could be reality television, or it could be attempting to be considerate in a weird way. But what if it's the exact opposite of consideration? What if it's, well, just being a bit of an ego bug? So, you want to show off that you have the new Lemon U phone Megas XLR and have to show it off as hard as you can. I mean, you really have to show it off in such a way that everyone has to pay you attention. Everyone. So what can you do? Well, how about talking in such a way that it shows that you have the new thing and others around you don't? Hold that phone right in front of your face and talk loudly into it. That's it. Everyone is now looking at you and knows you're a big cheese. A Stilton of the human world. A damn Manchego of Plymouth. You get them, cheese human. So, we have reality television, attempting to be considerate in a weird way, and being a cheese person. But what if it's for a practical reason? What if it's because you know that your phone has been touched by you for hours? Hours. That's dirt on that screen. That's everything you've touched since you last washed your hands. You're going to shove that up against your head, are you? What are you? Daft? You could get all that germ stuff all over your cheek. You could get squirted in the face by a miscreant child and boom, those germs are in your gob. Then you could get sick. It could also be because you don't want to end up smearing your makeup. Of course, that might not be such a concern, as most phones have a microphone that doesn't need to be right up against your mouth, and the phone itself doesn't need to be pressed up against your face. It doesn't bend, you just sort of have to get the earpiece over your ear and let it dangle. But what if I'm overlooking something? It's 2020 after all. Maybe, just maybe, we've forgotten how to take calls normally. Since we'd rather text, WhatsApp, Snapper Chatter, or any other way to get a message across, we just don't do as many of those cool things anymore, and we've forgotten. But I hypothesize the exact opposite as well. Maybe we're going back to a super retro time. The old landline phones where they had an earpiece on a string and the body of the phone that you just talked into. A classic throwback for retro sakes. However, As I said at the start, I have no idea. I just can't get it. Fair play to the people who do this, as they're free to do whatever they want with their phones. Who am I to tell them how to use it? I just can't get my head around it. Don't think I ever will. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again at some point. Maybe. When did this become better than this? I just don't know.